Okay, we seem to be live then. I'm immediately getting some notifications on my phone as well. It's so stupid. Oh, okay. That's me going live. Oh, good to know. Then, good to have the confirmation. Alright, so we're back with another Jantier Wild story stream. Don't know how much preamble I should do. Probably not a massive amount. Let me just check something real quick before we get in with our character, the Char, Gore Bluntax, who is a warrior, and 65. We're doing... don't know. So, 1 second. Okay. Good. So, let's go in and give a little bit of a feedback on where we were last time. We discovered in the heartland of Dakotan, the lowland shore, that they are under the attack of there's been a presence ever since we got there to establish diplomatic relations. There was this presence there of a corrupting force, and they called it the Stranger, a sort of an enemy of the environment of the Coden and all. And well, the result was we encountered a Titan, a creature that hasn't been seen in Tyria since the events of the first game. So that would be actually since the for all we know, since 1072 after the Exodus. So if we're just gonna recap this, the prologue happens at 1337 after the Exodus, whatever. So some 260, 70 ish years later, not really good at this quick math, but that's been the nature of the Stranger. He's been they've been the Titan, again, the creature from the mists that is, according to Wikipedia, created from tormented souls. Now, I discussed towards the last stream what we know about the Titans so far, and the only ones we've encountered in this franchise are actually have been actually created by a creature called the Fury under Abaddon's guidance. Now these ones, who knows? Or these ones. So we've encountered so far only one, but we're speculating that there are more. And so a Coden from around here actually pursued them to Jantier's Syntri from the lowland shore. Her name was Fading Aurora. She went after them, or went after the one Titan alone, and her protege pursued her to save her. Poised Arrow, Pokey, as he is also called, and so because he was reckless and didn't really want to wait around, he got into the fight with the Titans, Um, uh, and during the fight, we found out that Fading Aurora is in fact not who she seems to be. She is actually a missing wizard from the Wizard's Court. She is one waiting sorrow. So that's where we're at in the story right now. Now, last time I encountered, or we went to this camp that's been established. The forager's hunt. Sorry, I'm gonna be bad with some of these pronunciations. It seems this stream.
Hear what happened to the Guiding Stars expedition team?
But yeah, there you go. And when we came here, we were looking for Pokey, but in fact, we only found his dad, a stoic older, the Claw, I believe. Yeah, Claw of the Lowland Coden. So let's talk to Stoic Elder, see why he's here and not his son. What happened to Poised Arrow? Hello, Stoic Elder.
Stoic Alder. If you're looking for Poised Arrow, he's not here. Your scuffle with the stranger left his mind raw. I don't know what you endured. I haven't seen him so heavy with angst since Silken Weir left us.
I can explain.
Silken Weir, of course,
After
being
the mainland attack, his
Stoic Alder's
nerve
mate.
was turbulent. He said you were left with little choice. My son survived.
You are all weaklings.
Your friends survived. I don't need to mourn what didn't come to fruition.
The creature that killed your kin is dead. The smell seared my fur.
Another sunset. Did you find Aurora? Pokey didn't say.
She wasn't with the dead. A good sign, but we'll keep looking.
We'll settle camp and assess. Our forebears built sites across the Isle. Way stations, constructed after the Masat fell. Isgaren's warning hasn't escaped me. If a Titan lives, we'll find it. You can tell your alliance that. Wayfinder, my son, is Pokey okay?
Was that his first fight? Against something of that scale?
Of that scale, no. With distance and time, he'll come back to us with a clear head.
Well, hold on.
Oh, I think Graced by Fire was looking for you and your allies. Probably wants to thank you.
Grace by Fire, I believe. Yeah. So Grace by Fire was the scout that went ahead and actually found the Titan first, technically. Also, Alder did mention Isgaren's warning hasn't escaped him. That if a Titan lives, they'll find him and kill him. We did kill one Titan last time, so with the help of Waiting Sorrow. But we're speculating that there will be more, that Titans always move in at least small packs. Not a large one. Isgarn said that they would have detected a large number of them, but all the way up to 9-ish, let's say, they might exist around here. So a lot of lore around here as well. First of all, prior invitation, research invitation, gigs. You're free to send a couple of your hungry book eaters to Jantir. If you've got some familiar with Titan history, best send them along too. Alliance will cover their research fees. Councilor Ludo. So that's the counselor that is the spokesperson for the Alliance. Then there's this achievement as well, sort of a side story with Helly. I've picked it up before. Unfortunately, we cannot talk to her. However, it seems like we've never read these texts, which is wild. So but this is for someone else. Assist for Rob, Baleseeker, and researching the Titans by working with the Coden and Astral Ward to see what information they've gathered. Forged from souls and thought to have been eradicated from our realm, Tyria has dealt with the Titan threat once before. So, yeah, we were supposed to talk to Farah. I'll see whether we can find Farah. This is Helly. So we'll see whether we can find Farah again. But I've read those texts, but I suspect that it was before I had that achievement unlocked, it seems. But here, the Char Dissociation, Chapter 7, The Titans. While the Priory has been working with the Char Legions to restore several documents that long predate the peace agreements, we found some glaring gaps in our knowledge about Char culture, following the slaying of the Titans and Vizier Kilbran. We do know that the Char were rattled as a people as they witnessed their gods being destroyed, but our understanding of the ripple effects that moment had on larger Char society is a fascinating void of knowledge. We found the same reference to that period labeled as the Char Dissociation. It's easy to draw a line between that revelation and the culture of Char today, who are largely empathetic and eager to participate in global dialogue, while other sub-factions still lean on those archaic ways. We know that the Char very quickly revolted against the shamans that demolished their society, and that the Titans served as the catalyst. Enough tensions were in place, though, that the catalyst was well timed in its eruption, devastating for their spirituality. But modern Char leaders would argue that it was inevitable and critical in helping them find their footing post-Fofire. In order to understand why the Char experienced such a significant transition, we must understand the catalyst, the Titans. While we know now that they moved on Kilbron's order, we've gathered little detail about the species themselves, if I can call a creation a species. Now, this is interesting. Of course, Kilbron's order, but Kilbron's order with the use of the Scepter of War, or Legavo, as it's known among the wizards and among the Astral Ward members. Through our research, we've uncovered one of the first instances of interaction between a Titan and a Char. Sassatia Flamecaller, a young cub from the Flame Legion, heard a low whisper in the forest. The voice said menacing things that frightened the cub, so she immediately headed home to inform her warband's leaders. Being female, her warning was ignored, but when she heard that whisper a second time and then a third, she brought her brother into the woods to listen to it. Crispus, the boy, ran to their sire, and the warband was dispatched immediately. We believe Crispus became a shaman. Sastia would eventually join Kala's Scorchraiser. So Kala would have been a dissenting party among the Char. Addendum to the Char Dissociation. This may refer to the full period from the Titans' arrival until just after their slaying, which is preferred by some Char archivists and researchers, given the species' rich history predating the Titan interference. And yeah, they mentioned some Char cubs. We know, however, for a fact that it was the shamans around Hrangmer, the volcano, who did turn the Char towards the Titan worship. Anyway, Leather Journal as well. Don't know whether this is part of some kind of an achievement, but let's see. The jungle is brimming with those creatures, demonic, smelly, and revolting. Just gross. They're ruining this forest. I've made a habit of killing them on sight to help preserve the jungle, but they return every morning. I was complaining about my quandary over our mighty supper fire, and when a traveler said the beasts took on an entirely new form when he encountered them in the Shiver Peaks a week or so ago. He also called them Titans, so at least I have a name to spit now. While these titans have taken on the jungle's mossy disguise, titans in the north are mimicking the icy mountain surroundings. Not only are they invasive, they are clearly very adaptive. I don't envy a lesser hunter trying to take one down, but I worry about what might happen if one crawled into a volcano or a geyser. Master Scout Kiera. I wonder whether that's a name from Guild Wars 1. I'm just going to do a quick wiki check. And this might be interesting because, again, this is our first encounter with the Titans. I doubt that Kiera is a Guild Wars 2 character, actually. From Oh, Master Scout Kiera. It's actually referencing a Guild Wars 1, yeah. Guild Wars 1 character. It seems, because there's, when you wiki just Kiera, and I can probably show you on screen, when you put that into wiki, you get Shining Blade Secrets as one of the hits, and it's Countess Anise. I'm playing Kiera this time. You be Shadow for once, and this is I know this for a fact that this is from the reenactment of the betrayal at what was the what's the area, Henge of Dunravi. So that would have been a Guild Wars 1 character, in fact, if we Master Scout Kiera. So there she is. So she is a member of the Shining Blade, located in the Henge of Dunravi. And yeah, she encounters Titans, and she talks about them being able to adapt to their environment, which, again, I have to remind you, wasn't quite present in Guild Wars 1, not until later. The first Titans we encountered were all volcano themed, as she sort of fears. However, later on they did add specifically a mountain one, a Shiver Peaks adapted one, and then they were also in the mists. They took on a sort of a fleshy form, but it wasn't until Guild Wars 2 that we did really see the other variants, because the volcano inspired ones, because there was like a specific quest as well in Guild Wars 1 where you had to hunt them down. That was post-story mission, a post-story quest. And yeah, apart from that one icy Titan, all of them were mountainous wherever you found them. So I'm sorry, volcanic wherever you found them. So only now we're seeing a little bit more variety with the rotten one, right? And last but not least, open letter from Lear. Geeks, I'm glad your tour of our library and archive was beneficial. It's a joy bringing more curious eyes into our halls. I prodded the old curator into giving me a little more information on the Foundry of Failed Creations. So we did a little bit of a research last stream into this at the very end. If you want to check it out, and you're on Twitch, I will post a link to my YouTube channel. If you're on my YouTube channel, you can go into the live tab section, and the previous episode we did a lot of reading on this, or I did recount some of that history, but the Foundry of Failed Creation was definitely mentioned per your request. He was a little shy about sharing too much detail, but I have confirmed a few of your thoughts. So long as the soul flame at the pit of the foundry is still lit, new titans can still be forged. Given our visitors, Isgarand assumes that the foundry has either remained active or was recently relit. Certainly the exterior realms are brimming with souls following the dragon cycle and Cryptus, but perhaps we'll focus on the foundry while you focus on the titans. Please let me know if you need anything else. Lair. And yeah, this is interesting actually. So I don't have it discovered on the map, unfortunately, but the raid that is available to us in Guild Wars 2, Where the fuck is it located? I'm blanking. I guess they don't really give you the location. If you, yeah, they don't appear actually in the overworld. But yeah, the raid wings. So one of them has actually the River of Souls. Oh, sorry. And then when you do the Doom one, that one has the proper River of Souls. And in Guild Wars 1, the River of Souls was basically flowing souls into the Foundry of Failed Creation when they were apparently remade into these Titans. So there you go. Then there's this diary. Stalwart Guardian's Journal. 7th day of the storm season, dusk. Had my hands full of fruit earlier today when I came across a stray pup, I did. All the way out here on the isle. He kept panting deeply and his eyes were as white as bone. I thought maybe he was ill, perhaps with the spectre plague that has turned all the wildlife here rabid. But I wasn't the latter, I thought. He was too sedate. I gave him some water from my sling and a bit of my fruit, but didn't take much of a difference. He almost looked like he wanted to take a chunk out of me. I didn't feel threatened though. His hunger isn't personal. Is it worth telling Vigilant Doll? I feel like someone should take care of him. For now, I left him where all those flowering wines are. I'll check on that little guy tomorrow. Maybe Quiet Breeze will let me keep him out of our tent if I sneak her extra rations. Yeah, thanks for the event again. Born from Thunder, we already spoke to that NPC as well. I believe we already have this collection open or whatever the quest is. How do? You looking for stories about the wee strangers, yeah? Nasty things. Whatever you're willing to share.
My hunting party has killed 146 of them. Might be keeping count. Their march is ceaseless. I'm deceiving. They don't act like a wolf or lowlander. They follow the big ones, that's for sure. But they're spread out, too. Made it as far as the mainland, you know. Kind of like they're the limbs of the big fellas. Like I don't know, like they're following its orders without realizing. Best to kill them on sight. Whatever they're looking for or doing, probably better dead than crawling straight for the village.
Well done, Wayfinder.
All I got so far.
Keen eye for
Hope
detail.
there's something helpful for you there.
We don't know, but we are keeping on researching. So read the Titan history and then talk to Born from Thunder at Forage's Hunt. And also Rainless Meadow in the Festering Basin. So wow, we haven't been there yet, I believe. We'll see. Let's move on then. So there's food stores, sort of manifest. 10 crates of fresh berries able to be preserved. 6 boxes of squash and pumpkin still unpreserved. Discuss options with Vigilant Dawn. Ready supply of Moa meat at the sites noted below. Do not overfarm. Supplies expected a week ago from coursing upland. Check in with ebbing tide. Fresh water available through Astrowo's method of removing salt from water. Do not rely on this. Keep backup fresh water handy. 3 large jars of fermented cabbage. The cubs don't like it, but they'll survive. The report goes on for several more pages. Don't know why we felt the need to read that, or I did. But why did ArenaNet feel the need to include this? But it is what it is. Hey, yo, what's up? If what those Astroward folks say is true, it looks to me like we've got more false gods on our hands. More? First there were the unseen ones, and they're no good followers, though they're long dead. But now we have these strangers. Just because they're powerful doesn't mean you're a god. You're onto something. I don't know whether we read this one. I'll read it just in case. Rather than allow myself to sit by a stream and mourn the lost, pushed to my feet I must. The most earnest homage I can pay to my fallen comrades is to move forward in our pursuit against the strangers. Eyes to the horizon, she always urged. Windstruck would hate to see me on my rump with teary eyes. The American have long developed a salve to combat various illnesses. Honey, dandelion, spruce resin, celery, and crushed cabbage will eliminate a number of ailments to the body and earth. This concoction has served as a good foundation in our efforts here, given some of the components soothing of anxiety. A few more herbs and a bit of salt from the bay, and we've been able to make it properly ingestible, though savory it is not. The wild journey can gag at the taste, so I advise priming the medicine with some sort of meat. For smaller or more wild creatures that are not used to interacting with the bearkin or outsiders, we should subdue them before administering the remedy to prevent undue stress. I'll see if anyone can help me with this exploration. Progress has been a steady way through springtime circumstances, but each step brings us closer to an antidote. My soul may heal after. Of course, graced by fire. I do believe we will talk to. Yep. Last but not least, expedition log, and that's hopefully all the texts. This is by Guiding Star. Don't know their voice, so I'm just going to read it in a very neutral voice. Expedition log, Western Woods. Excuse me. Excuse me. With the story of our expedition flying through camp in all directions, writing this log almost seems unnecessary. But for posterity's sake, this is what happened. We were ambushed. Twice. We were expecting resistance from the woods and were well aware of the threat it poses to us all. But this was something different. Because of the strength of my team, we all made it back in one piece. Thank the stars above our ears for that. Unfortunately, due to the ambushes, we weren't able to complete as much mapping or collect as many samples as we wanted to. We were attacked by what seemed like wolves, but they appeared to be rotting from the inside out. Horrifying. Whether they are allied with the strangers, were affected by the storms, or are simply victims of the forest's malice, I cannot say. I can say that I don't wish to get close enough to find out. Hopefully a night of rest will calm my spirit. Okay. So, graced by fire? So.
On your feet again so soon after the attack? Keith might have something to say about that.
Rest is for a calm soul. If I sit for long, I'll turn into a cub with a gut full of honey. I also heard the news. You killed it? The stranger?
Yeah. Just glad we got the kid out of there in one piece. Could have gone bad.
If my companions saw what that creature left behind, they'd be mortified. Spent their lives learning this land, protecting it. I'm relieved Oki is okay, though.
Me too. But until we know what's left to fight, may as well find our footing. How can I help you stay seated? You need rest.
If you're offering, I could use a scout. Wilderness abounds. Only a few of us have spent any real time on the island. With the Astral Ward and Bearkin moving inland, your help charting the area would benefit everyone. I've also observed troubling behavior among the local wildlife. Frenzied, enraged. Creatures that don't usually attack. But that can be our problem next. But once you're done charting, come back to me.
Hear what happened to Guiding Star's expedition team? They were attacked not once, but twice. This isle is trouble, it is.
Not by a stranger, I hope.
Just by wolves, they told me. According to Guiding Star, one was enormous and rotten.
Ugh, the creatures on this island are never just rabbits or bees. They have to be beasts.
mantle. Long gone by the looks of it. But what were they doing here? The bloodstone is morphing with the environment. Can't be good.
Shaken to my toes, I was. Greer is his name, you say? Greer. That's the name of a rotbringer, it is. We were setting up camp, and whispers of wind sent me farther to the west to find clean water. Found the clearing first. Real swampy and gross. The smell curled the fur on my nose. I heard him before I saw him. Sounded like a tree was gonna fall. Ducked into a small cave before he could see. Seemed worn, like he'd just crawled out of a fight that he wasn't gonna win. Something glowing peeked out behind his armor. Kinda looked like honey, but not quite. Started pulling old lumber toward himself to cover it back up. Left while he was distracted, I did. Came right back here. Still shaking it off.
Okay, this is interesting. Definitely. Say they mentioned glowing peaked behind his armor. Something glowing peaked behind his armor. I don't know whether Greer actually introduced itself to us. It may have. It may have. But that's the one we killed. And they're saying something glowing peaked behind his armor. Kind of looked like honey, but not quite. He started pulling old lumber toward him to cover it back up. So sort of like a heart to it. It's interesting. This is fascinating, actually. My first time hearing this too. I mean, that should be obvious from the achievement. But then we will. We are supposed to take in the landscape in the festering basin, which I feel like we've already done at some points. But is this the festering basin? Yep. Okay, so I guess they want us to visit a vista. I mean, this one seems kind of far, but I might as well hit this one first. So yeah, it seems like we're actually gonna find out some new things about the Titans. They,
From some Versant
for
experiment.
what it's worth,
They don't look friendly. I'll take them out so no one gets hurt.
they might actually recap some of the things from Guild Wars 1. I mean, just to sort of catch you up as well. So it seems we're gonna have to fight here a little bit.
Feel the adrenaline. You can't stop it. Kill them all. I feel strong.
And yeah, more white mantle infrastructure and more white mantle presence, it seems. Bloodstones as well, very much associated with the white mantle. This is called the Immortal Oak. Once again, a tree that is actually living off of the nourishing powers of the Bloodstone. Oh yeah, by the way, this didn't help with the Titan research achievement though.
That's not good. Should probably
Yeah, unfortunately,
put this down before
they
we take their
haven't.
parties.
Well, I don't know if they want to fix it, but our character just keeps on constantly commenting on these Bloodstone events every time we pass by. And the hilarious part is when you just leave the area without like doing anything in there. The character will also mention like they got care of it, or they took care of it, which is not a thing they did. In fact, the third blood tree, so why or other blood trees, and a journal. So we've got a lore document. It's by Inquisitor Machalina, and it starts with page 2. The unseen ones are a lie. I'll be struck down for writing such words, but it's the final truth. I don't know if they deceived Saul or if he was in on the prank, but this entire ordeal wasn't in the name of salvation. We will get nothing for the blood we've spilled. Not that the twins care about that, of course. They enjoy the sport. We are cattle and butcher. What is the Bloodstone even for? What have we done? We've fed this thing for years now. Should have figured it out. When supplies stopped coming from the mainland, Saul left us to die, whether he knew it or not. So we're hearing about one Machalina. A member of the White Mantle who cast doubt on the veracity of the Mersat. However, we do now know that the Mersat were very, very real. And yeah, this is the
fallout from a bloodstone explosion. It looks like this one was controlled at least. Could have been a lot worse.
yeah. We're speculating that this is actually an exploded Bloodstone. There's more vistas. I will hit it in case it actually does progress the achievement as well. Doubt it will. I doubt it will, but a little bit of a crater view. And we're still at 33% with this one. Let's move on. we're gonna go north a bit. Also, we were at a point of interest called the Atrium. Can we speak to either of you guys? Nope. They're here for events, actually. They're like event stewards or whatever you'd like to call it. Another point of interest, I believe there may have been a document around here, or am I mistaken? This is, either way, it's called the Athenaeum of Miracles. Again, don't quite know how to pronounce that. So I'm gonna cease trying right now. So this is the Cathedral of Blood. Apparently, don't know what they're referring to, whether the thing underneath us as well. But this is the Sanguine Crater waypoint. Feels a little north of it, but eroded notch, and there is like a sulfurous damaging environment. We're not gonna visit that one at this moment, and in fact, not even like during the story. I don't think there's not a lot to glean from that one. I am going to stop by for some of these materials, but not necessarily all of them, so don't worry, guys. To the left of us, there is a point of interest, which is useless for our current story mission, but I kind of do want to explore it as well. Just to get a better idea of this place. This is the Mountain Pass Lookout. It's the Mountain Pass Lookout. Then the Nivermere Rill. Don't even know if there are some English words in there, or if it's all gibber, if it's all
wilds. Starting to internalize everyone's warnings.
I don't know what I was talking about just like 10 seconds ago. Oh, there's the vista, and actually it overlaps with a little bit of a achievement icon. So, yep, this is gonna be our taking in the view. So please take it in with me. And yeah, I don't know. Is this the tree? Is this like the bloodstone doped up tree? Nah, this is just well, what we kind of could call obsidian. I believe they actually do. Let me see what's next for the Titan researcher then. And it's Dr. Branwen in the Stricken Plains region. So we're supposed to go to the Stricken Plains, which I'm not quite sure where they are. But I'm gonna guess somewhere around here. Also don't know why the vista was necessary to do. I mean, yeah, there was the huge obsidian spike, but don't know about that one actually. What the hell is this? An invisible map? I mean, sorry, invisible. Oh, okay, we're at the edge of the map. I'm being a little silly. I got turned around there a bit. Don't even worry about it. Don't trip. Don't trip, mates. That is absolutely my fault. This is a quiet escape. I need to stop yawning, or at least not talk to you when I'm yawning. I'm such a piece of shit. And Scarwood Depths. There's a little bit of a lake thing underneath us. You two, they have a chat,
Heard
right?
that, right?
Heard what?
The voice. It sounded like it was calling my name.
You're letting your nerves get the best of you, friend.
Oh, I hate this place.
Yeah, paranoia bound, I guess. Let's hit the northern bit first then. What am I doing here though? So it's supposed to be right here. Right here. Damn, that's not what I wanted to do. So, is it below us? How? How the fuck does that work? Ah, I guess I see. I have to go from the lake area. Oh yeah, check it out. There's like a little hidden cave. The Lurking Spring.
Serene. Bet this place would be pretty nice if it had a kinder history.
Is there nothing to do underwater? Okay. Off we go to the last point of interest, or whatever it is. I like these. These are sometimes needed for decorations, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be other uses too. Last but not least, at this point, I mean, it's the second time I used last but not least,
I put a
but
couple
I guess.
copper on Greer being responsible for this. He turned the place into a swamp. Map's shaping up. I should get back to camp, show what I saw.
But then he's like a rotten devil. He adapts to his environment, doesn't he? I guess he would have, adapted to this being quite disgusting without being quite swampy without first. Being responsible, I guess. Old Gavril Plaza.
Progress is a steady march through thick snow, but we've managed a few steps forward. The forest seeps with gloom, it does. The more we learn of the stranger, spare this place we will.
And Iker isn't reacting, or was it towards us actually? Curious Remedy, I believe we read some of your journal, or? Apologies, Outlander. I don't really have time to speak with you. My work is of the utmost importance. Anything I can help. Anything I can do to help. Rest assured, when the time comes, I will call for you. Guess I'll be going. I'm guessing they're just running an event around here. But otherwise, we've got everything discovered. Everything except for there was a document. There was a definitely a reading thing. Record of Inquisitor Thomas. Most of the writing is worn past recognition. Few entries are illegible. 283 Colossus. 2076 after the Exodus. So 76. Oh, this one is actually way past prophecies. And way past when the Mersat are apparently eradicated. So I'm really curious about this one, Inquisitor Thomas. No sooner had the ink on my writ of acceleration dried when I was granted an audience with our hosts in the holy city. My unwavering faith has been rewarded at last. The last of my doubts, which clean from my eyes. The unseen were a marvel to behold, regal, daunting, and beyond comprehension. Their words hang on the ear as honey on a spoon, eloquence matched only by their golden visages. I must prove myself indispensable to our gods and to the twins. I will not fall short of the mark. Caught out of my predecessor was. The eye seems only two kinds of sacrifices. The chosen, those bring bright souls destined for greater purpose, and the disgraced, who fail to carry out the will of our gods and are found wanting. My former teacher, Inquisitor Aiden, will be executed on the stone tomorrow. May his spirit do more for our saviors in death than his efforts amounted to in life. So, okay, this is interesting. Should I write this down? Okay, so first of all, 1076. Oh no, it isn't past the Mersad dying. It is sometimes after. It is some 4 years after the prophecy story is finished, and in fact the Titans are all killed off. But not before the Mersad died. That wouldn't happen until 3 years later. I mean, we know about the last surviving Mersad as well, Lazarus, and when he died. But that's a different story. But I will write some notes on this one if you don't mind me pausing this for a little bit. So Aiden, Inquisitor Aiden, executed on the bloodstone in 1076. Why? Okay. We'll hopefully find out. Mentor to Thomas. We already spoke to Curious Remedy, right? I guess we're supposed to go back to the camp now. Then we'll just discover this one more POI. It's apparently up. We need to get up. I guess the easiest way will be with the sky scale on it. So first of all, there's a warden scout, Angela. Let's see if she's got any dialogue. No, quiet. I'm trying to observe. Don't draw any attention. There is a lore document though. It's at Rhea's perch. So we've heard of Rhea before. And then there's Inquisitor Macalina's journal again. Page 1. Rhea is dead. The twins care more about the killing than the purpose. This place was a beacon for 5 minutes until it turned into a house of flagellantism. All of Gavril's citizens are gone now. A few managed to escape, but most of them died on the Bloodstone. I don't even remember when the last one was killed. A year ago now? 2? We've been killing each other for so long. I can hardly separate killing for survival over killing for the ritual. What happened here? One day we were following Saul's vision in pursuit of the Golden City, and now I can't sleep without fear. Surely I lifted a brow when he said that he found such a city tucked in the Isles. Even without proof, I stayed loyal. I followed. But when he asked us to stay behind on the order of the Unseen Ones... So we already know the first one, and when he starts becoming disillusioned, or she, I don't know, we don't know from the name, sorry, he or she, they, them. And yeah, they're talking about Rhea being dead. Now, unfortunately, I don't have it written down, but we've heard of Rhea. They're referring to Rhea Ingram. And we've read about her in the town record. So far only there, though. We don't know from any of the other materials who Rhea is. But we'll learn it. Or we should.
Kill us? Hush your worries, darling. What makes you say that?
Can't keep a good chart down.
Ever since Saul brought his people here, I don't know. It hasn't been all bad, but it's different. Different in ways that scare me. They leave the village at night, and we don't know where they go.
Well, we're just getting used to a bustling town. Gavru is a busy place now. Vibrant even. We'll all adjust.
So and this is the village that used to be called Gavrail. I believe we've already learned of Gavrail's existence here. This is the place that the Mantle used as a base of their operations here, far in Gentir. Even though they do have the city as well. What was it called? I don't quite remember the name, but Bavanisos. Bavanisos. They're sort of, I'd say, golden city.
Expedition team.
Okay, we've already heard that one. What's up, bro? What are you?
Not by a stranger.
What is this thing? It's just an ascended thing. Endless work clock in tonic. I want that. I want that eventually.
Creatures on this island never just rabbits or bees. They have to be beasts.
Okay, just wanted to let that dialogue play out.
With a
Grace
better
by fire.
understanding of the area, our chances for survival go up. Respect the Isle's boundaries we must. Couple more things you could do to help around here, if you have breath to spare.
Definitely.
To start, Whispers of Wind is looking into the Stranger's Blight. Not a bad idea to work with her, see what all she needs. And for me? Well, information. I mentioned the wildlife before, and that has not improved. I suspect the Stranger's influence, but we should confirm. See if there's anything we can do to help them. I need you to subdue the frenzied creatures and take a blood sample for me. Maybe there's a cure, or we'll know if there's not. Here, I've got the supplies set up for you.
And yeah, we get a little kit, which we can actually stow away. By the way, there is
Reputation grows with each passing day. He's all anyone is talking about around camp.
Is this true, Tarn?
It is Vigilant Dawn.
Okay. So yeah, there is an achievement for this story step that we'll have to, or try to follow, actually. By the way, you can cheese it. You can totally cheese it. So this is shallow tributary. I will show you how to cheese it, by the way, but it shouldn't be necessary. So we're supposed to interact with these sickly animals. First of all, subdue them, so they're quite alive and hopping. But we can dart the animal by shooting a dart tipped with animal pacifying salve. It lasts 10 seconds. And then we can collect the health data. Now we need
One
to,
step closer to answers.
however, get every type of animal here. So we already did the frog, and just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna write down what we did. So yeah, once again, every sort of kind of animal, right? And I mentioned you can cheese it. I will tell you briefly how to do that. So far I can only see frogs, but there is a raccoon as well. So let's do that one. And there's no tracker for this achievement, so it is very easy to miss, actually. So that would be a raccoon. Also write it down. And yeah, it should be just about enough doses to not need to worry about it, though. Rabbit.
Right to sleep. Good enough.
Then the crab.
I feel strong.
And yeah, as you can see, it did trigger the achievement, so we don't technically need to write it down. I feel like it might be actually easier. We already did, and it carries over from playthrough to playthrough, but we'll try to find them all, just to confirm whether we've got enough. Or should we start with the ones we don't have yet? We might want to do that, though. Whoa. What was it? Animal analysis? Okay, yeah, so let's start with the ones we haven't done yet, so the bar, the owl, and the raven. I've seen the raven somewhere. I've seen the... Oh, there it is. I was actually going for it right now. So the raven...
Good enough.
And yeah, it triggers in just a little bit, I guess. Yeah, as soon as it the sleeping dart expires, it seems. So it seems like we've done the duck before. We will need to find the barred owl then. Just the barred owl now. Still more crabs. I don't care. Shut the fuck up.
Better wrap this up before the storm hits. Hungry soldiers are closer to death than they are to life.
Sorry, Mr. POI. So this is the Garden of Loetor. Don't know whether that's a name that predates the White Mantle or whether that's a White Mantle member. So here's the barred owl, and just to sort of demonstrate how this works, I will just hit it with the sleep dart. You don't have to analyze it. So analyzing it will progress the achievement. However, if you don't analyze it and just let it wear off, it will count towards animal analysis. I'm hoping we can get that owl again. No, it's just leaving. It's not sick anymore. At least it doesn't
Need more endurance.
count as sick. So, yeah, but again, I'll try to hit every single enemy or creature type, even though we already got the achievement, just to confirm whether it's enough to do this right. So let's still write it down then. So we did the frog. We don't want to do the frog. What have we got left? Oh, we cannot watch this anymore, unfortunately. Have we done the duck? Not personally, actually. I mean, not with this character. We certainly have before. Oh, Jam Theory B.
There we go.
Huh? Did we get the data or what? It seems we did, I guess. Hopefully. We're covered in sticky pollen. Okay, I wrote down bean instead of B. Doesn't seem right.
Not enough.
Did we do the fawn? Yeah, we did the fawn. So let's try to find the barred owl again. Again, and this is just sort of like for posterity's sake. We haven't done the duck quite yet. Are you scanning it? What?
One step closer to answers.
And yeah, if we actually compare it to our documents, I mean to the achievement. So there's 9. Oh, sorry. Damn. Summary. Animal analysis. So we got the crab. We got the duck. We got the duck. Okay, hold on. Crab, dog, fawn, frog, bee, rabbit, raccoon, and yeah, all we need is the barred owl. So, and the raven, sorry. All we need is the barred owl. So, as you can see, it can be done even when you're doing like the story. But you can cheese it by just putting them to sleep and let them wake up. So we're not going to be looking for the barred owl. I mean, we're done with the achievement. So we're just going to analyze the frog once again. And so that we don't have to look for another owl. But this is fine. Oh, there's even more. Okay, so let's do the barred owl. I don't know. Maybe the NPC will comment on it. Say like we're doing a good job. We've gotten a whole spectrum of these animals. And didn't just get a bunch of frogs or something. That would be actually quite cute. I doubt it will happen, but it would be cute. So where were the owls? More or less. Doesn't matter.
Familiar are your people with the Isles? The Bearkins seem as anxious as my ward.
Our knowledge is almost as shadowed as your own. We've traveled here from time to time. It's always been dangerous. For a long while, this place was said to house 1,000 nightmares. No crop or hunt is worth that.
It might still.
Alright. Yeah, I accidentally dropped the thing. The kit, the research kit or whatever. To consider it as, so we'll have to go back for it. Can we do it on our sniffing mount? Sorry, I'm just one data away from doing this. Woman. So, this concludes this achievement. I can cross it out in my personal notes. And once again, let's try to find the owl. If we cannot find it within, like, I don't know, let's say 20 animals. I don't know how I'm gonna count that, but within like 20 animals we will get one more. We will get a duplicate, actually. Yeah, okay, so just to remind you, there's more than enough, actually. Not by much, but more than enough to do this achievement, even legitimately, and not through the...
One step closer to answers.
Expedition can resume without any further disturbance. Hopefully. I thank you.
Okay, so there was a fight. Mr. Quiggles is a plushie, so I have to look into this one as well. It seems like some kind of a cool side achievement. Stricken lands, by the way. I will try to get those, actually. See whether we can get some more info. For what it's worth, around this POI, the inn, I believe there was a document as well. So this is an unsent letter, actually, written by Nested Timber. Sounds Coden, so I'm gonna try to put on some kind of a generic Coden voice. Dear Serene Light, I'll skip the pleasantries. I miss you. I miss you so much that it makes my soul ache. So much that it mutes every rainbow I see on this forsaken island to shades of grey. There is no light, love, or laughter in this camp. Each morning, I'm rousted out of my leaking tent just to perform the same 3 tasks I did the day before: forage for food and water, organize and distribute supplies, and risk my neck on expeditions. I respect Vigilant Dawn for running this place like clockwork, but it feels more and more like a clock that's ticking towards my demise. I fear that the next time you see me, my love, I may be in pieces. I hope all is well at home. Give your sister and her cubs my love. When I have a spare moment, I plan to climb to the highest peak I can find around here and look across the bay to you. I pray that perhaps if I look hard enough, I will find your gentle glow shining through the gloom. All my love, forever and always. Nested Timber. It was never sent. I wonder if we can actually alert the person to this. So we found another blood tree, which is cute. And the previous point of interest is the Storm Research Camp. Stricken Plains are just north ahead, so we will join it or scout it for the achievement. Actually, there's also a waypoint might help us get ourselves around the map. Kindle Barrens, a subsection or subzone within the Stricken Plains, it seems. Again, what was the character we were supposed to meet here, to find here? It is Bronwen. Bronwen doesn't, for once, sound like a coded name. That one might be from like... the Astral Ward or something. Thunder Bay Point. Alongside an adventure as well. So the Stricken Plains seem to be quite large. Okay, I'm not gonna go for that material actually. I want to move it along. I want to move the story along. And yeah, we're still on the 6th episode so far. Jeez. So some Astral Ward members, they will have a dialogue.
Bloodstone fragments. Doesn't that look like an intentional cut?
Sure does. If you follow the cut, I can't imagine how big the source was. Huge.
Oh, that was it. That was it. Plenty of caches. We don't have any keys though, unfortunately. We cannot pick this one up. Ah, I see the NPC for our collection. So Bronwen indeed is a Sylvari. Ah, you're helping the prior researchers. Of course, what can I help with? Whatever you're willing to share.
Decima. That's what she calls herself? Fascinating.
Okay,
I
this is a
haven't
bit of a
seen her with
spoiler.
my own eyes, but I have heard her. I thought it was just the storm. Low rumbles of thunder, sometimes coming to a crescendo, but then they seemed reactive. When we were successful in fighting them away from camp, the sounds grew more sedate. The more victorious, the louder they became. I'm confident that they're communicating. I'm attempting to decipher their rumblings, but no luck yet. The greater storms from the northwestern peak often drown them out. Here, I'll send you with some of my notes. The Priory is more than welcome to them.
Okay. Great, actually. So this is a bit of a spoiler, but we've heard the name Decima. I mean, we were speculating there are more Titans, so yeah, I can come out and say that, yeah, Decima is one of the Titans. So we're hearing about some communication. So yeah, for this reason, I guess we're gonna continue this or pick up this achievement later on, while we're once we're done with at least some more story steps. So we'll see. Taking the stormy landscape in stricken plains, but we can actually do that though. At least we can do a vista here. I don't know which one. There is one over here and one over here. So these wouldn't be a spoiler. It's actually this thing right next to the house vendors, conveniently, which is nice. Oh no, damn. And yeah, this is the inn, I believe. If I'm mentally in the correct position. And yeah. The Bloodstone 3 as well, or the Blood 3 as they call them for short, I guess. Very cute. And the next step would be talk to Paella at the Bloodstone research camp. So yeah, once again, we will do that once we're done with at least a couple of other chapters. Perhaps we will do that as our own sort of personal epilogue. In the meantime, we did the research on the animals. We can finally move on to the festering basin and do a little bit of a hard progress. Now, I will read the description, I guess.
The chill on my breath. It's all unmistakable.
There are a couple of ghosts that will also give us dialogue, so we will guess talk to this one. Oh fuck, how many wolves?
Adrenaline rising. That's the stuff.
Huh? Thank you. Mournful ghost. The ghost floats idly, unfazed by your presence. Alright, I'll leave you be. Okay, so we fought the wolves for nothing, I guess. Anyway, so we're in the range of the heart. Now there's a event going on, which is great, actually. Exactly what the doctor ordered here. But yeah, they mentioned we are supposed to help the code and keep the force rot under control by participating in events, disabling relics, and culling hostile bugs, titan spawn, and mist creatures, which is exactly what we're doing at the moment. You know. Oh fuck! Shouldn't have stood in that. Ugh! Come on. Damn. Forgetting. Can we gather it in peace already? Carrying misburned samples. You've picked up some misburned samples. This affect the number. Okay. Wow. This is the first time I see such a informational boom, shall we call it? I mean effect, whatever, status. I don't understand this thing, the primal burst. Gather your strength into powerful. If it hits, gain might, and I couldn't quite read the whole thing, but I feel like we get no cooldown on it if we hit successfully. Is that correct? That's why it's so spammy. Other primal bursts wouldn't be like that. That would be actually quite cool. Oh wow, this heart goes relatively well actually with just the kills. Kills are usually not the most efficient way to do a hard progress, but here it's different. I was afraid that we would have to don't know what I wanted to say. Lost my train of thought a little bit there, but don't worry about it. So once again, the primal burst. Yeah, gain might and recharge this skill. Yeah, if it hits, we get to recharge this. So incredibly spammy, man. Like this is like really good about this, and it hits like a truck too. Come on. I mean, in PvE, it's not hard to land these hits. Anyway. Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to say before. We won't have to. We won't have to turn in like the heart vendor, like the little hearts you get from the events around the area. So we don't have any in the inventory, I believe, but you can definitely get some of those to just hand in instead of doing like all these manual tasks. I feel like, come on, 5 must be enough, right? We last time we handed it in 6 and it moved it by more than a half.
Wayfinder,
are you okay?
Oh no, our animation got stuck.
It worked. I'm fine. There's another stranger.
Are you sure? What did you find?
Footprints. Cracks in the earth. There's a smell. It's not like the one we fought. If you head north, we can meet at the research camp.
I'm on my way. Don't get your paws dirty before I get there.
Did they say we're supposed to... Okay, so it says that the quest ticker mentions that optionally we can report back to Grace by Fire a final time. You say final time? We had the option to report back after we scanned the animals. So did I miss that? I mean, I can try to wiki whether. Well, we'll see. We'll reach her and then we'll look on the wiki whether we missed the dialogue. But whatever. Joanne's diary. Don't know who Joanne is and what kind of a name to adopt. But this is set in 1069, which is, for a little bit of context, pre-Searing, actually. It's a year before the Searing. The diary is old, weathered and stained with what looks like blood. Cyan 1069 AE, after the Exodus. I can't do this anymore. Not for my wife, not for these unseen gods. Alice swears she's doing all she's ordered to keep us safe, but it's not enough. Not anymore. The screams, the sleepless nights, the watching eyes of the woman that Saul Bloke left in charge. We haven't seen or heard from Alice's sister in a week. I've made up my mind. We're taking our children south, back to Kryta. If I must toil under the heel of the Sovereign, better that than ending up on the Bloodstone. Bags are stashed, hidden for the right moment. Elise has been camping with me and her mother. She's even learned more advanced magic from some of the White Mantle savants in their downtime. She has a talent for it, I guess. It's Dean I worry for most. He's so young and shy. If something were to happen to him, I don't know if I could forgive myself. I only pray that Alice feels the same. By the way, we did the heart. We should also hand this in. What do you want? A treat? Fine, enough work, but we've got a long way to go until we can call this problem solved. It says A, I've seen better. So yeah, we will pick up some of the stuff that the heart vendor offers. Namely, it will be so we already got the miniature. We will want the lowland code and expertise to further stack the buff that we already have on us, but also the curious Mersat currency for just the karma, right? I don't know what any of the other stuff is and whether we should care about it, but so far so good.
Thank you for
Let's
join your research party in the woods.
Sure thing.
The closer I can get to the ruins, the better.
Why one yearns to go near those ruins, I can't understand. But you are very welcome. If I may ask, what is it that excites you here?
Oh, Ikor?
You see, those ruins have quite a robust history. From what I've gathered so far, this place was once the village of Gavril. It was a quaint little town turned quite sour. Why? I'm not sure yet, but I think we can assume the White Mantle were involved.
Ah, those ones. A vile group they were. I'm glad they no longer walk these lands.
I am as well, but thankful that they left such valuable records behind for us to find.
And yeah, I mean, she speaks as if she had some personal experience with them. So I don't know how long do Coden live actually, and what is their lifespan, and whether it actually varies between them and the no lowland Coden. Whether the lowland Coden might have a different lifespan, might be a technically different species, but. There's a dead Vol Raven. I don't know whether there's anything I can do about. We can investigate it. Call upon some grubs. I mean, it's cute, but don't know what the interaction is supposed to be for. So let's, however. Manor of the Cruel Hound. So apparently. I'm guessing some nickname or something. Rainless Meadow, did we talk to you already? No, but we cannot right now. So I guess we're gonna speed things up by doing a little bit of a beetle. Thing. Let's also pull up the event timer because of Myths and Monsters that actually starts in 7 minutes. Now I'm not gonna participate in that one because well it's a little bit a little spoilery, so not today, but perhaps tomorrow, next stream, okay? Grace by Fire.
Curious these findings are. The animals remain themselves, but they are enraged. Inconsolable. Something about the stranger's aura has twisted their sense of reality. Frenzied indeed. I don't know if this is curable. Death? A kinder fate. I suppose the more we learn of the strangers, answers may come then.
Okay, so now it doesn't seem like there's much dialogue between us doing the hearts and scanning the animals. But here we go. Might as well, I will take it to the Vista as well. We're kind of nearby, and just feels like a little bit of a nice flavor to add to the story campaign playthroughs. And yeah, more of the drab weather, and that's it. Pretty much drab weather, right? Quite hilly and foresty behind us, actually. Quite the tall trees, you know, considering when, especially there, like, oh my god, the giant here Syntri, where am I looking? It's like a mountain, straight up mountain ahead of us, in front of us, sorry. So right at the edge of the isle, or perhaps one of these things. So I'm guessing this is also volcanic in nature to an extent. These isles, but I guess that's speculation. I don't think it's ever been confirmed that it's. So what about you two? Any dialogue? This one looks a bit like a cub. I guess we can try to tag this for some credit, undeserved credit, right here. I mean, this is a bit of a deserving credit already. I mean, we did quite some damage. But I'll leave. I'll leave now. I don't care that much. We are here to do the story. Damn! What the fuck have I done? I pressed the heal button when I was on my mount. Now I've sent this thing on cooldown. Fuck. Hopefully we won't need it. Head north to Echoing Hills to rendezvous with Poised Arrow. Oh, okay, so Poised Arrow is here.
Skywatchers, the storm nears again. Gather the lightning rods, strengthen the camp. Listen, the lightning rods are not only diverting the strikes of the camp, they're collecting energy with each blast.
Oh, may I make a suggestion?
We don't have time to dispute.
I've surrendered long ago on your practices, but let me help. I have... Here, this. This is a small fragment of shadow stone. It is magical, I should warn you. But if I attach them to the lightning rods, I may be able to trace the Titan's movements. Or its strength, the mist's interferences. There are a great number of things we can learn, if you let me.
Do it. But rush you must. Time is limited.
I will. Wayfinder, no time to talk. Prepare however you must. The storm is rolling in.
Oh yeah, they're talking about the meta, if I'm not mistaken. Coden Stodeheart, I've never liked coming here. At this place of the strangers, we must... You've been here before? Once, more than enough, that was. Did something happen the last time you came? I've no specific tale to share. Just know that the remnants of wickedness cling to the trees. I have no interest getting lost in that. Definitely doesn't sound ideal. And then there's rumbles. Alder, Lohar, and I were sitting on the beach bones when a rumble sounded over the bay. Our hunting trip was halted. With a sound like that, I half expected to see the sky open up above us. But nothing happened. Whatever it was must have been further north. Storm rolled in pretty fast after, so we headed back to the den. Patient Willow told Lohar that they had heard the same thing from all the way across the bay.
I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but I'm certain of it. There's another one. A lot of us here have witnessed the same. Everyone's moving to collect as much data as they can. This is a solid lead, Pokey. Let's see how we can help. We find it, we kill it, and everything will go back to normal.
I mean, you'd hope, right? Okay, I shouldn't have crammed my mouth with...
Open your ears, Bearkin. Skywatchers, the storm nears again. Gather the lightning rods, strengthen the camp. Listen, The lightning rods are not only diverting the strikes from the cannon, but we're collecting energy.
Oh, we've
from
heard
each
that.
blast.
Oh, may I make a suggestion?
We've heard that whole interaction. Okay, let's participate in some of these. So we are supposed to help the code and research the region by eliminating elementals, setting up supply crates, putting out fires, and completing events to improve the conditions of the shore, and also help the code and study and settle into the Jantier Syntri region with this one.
Does not matter. The flames are hot, but my soul burns.
This is the Cathedral of the Blessed that we just discovered. And yeah, I don't know whether the lightning rods that they were talking about all this time, whether it might be actually in the reach of this heart. It would be good because there is an achievement I still haven't done with that one as well.
The winds are pulling another storm to landfall. The strangers will emerge from their dens once more. Get ready.
You can't stop me. Adrenaline rising.
Yeah, it is here. However, no, that's not the achievement, or sorry, the event. But it is actually part of. Okay, it might be. I don't know. No, I think I need setting up. Do I have the jar or not? I did have the jar. Didn't I? Yeah, your contribution 1. Only 1 though? And there are a couple of ways to get hit by this. By the way, are we getting progress? Yeah, we are, hopefully. So you can actually get hit by the attacks of the these liminal conduits if you run into their AoEs. This one, this will also charge you. I guess it's a slightly more dangerous option, but.
Feel the adrenaline.
I'm already charged, by the way. Fuck. Yeah. So once again, I mean, in that way you can stay pretty close to the box as well. See, and get this done quite quickly, as long as you have the bottles to spare. So there we go. That should be enough, along with the person that is helping us here. I mean, are we supposed to do something more? No?
Buster.
Okay, cool.
strong.
Yeah, this one has, you may have noticed, done almost no damage. I mean, sorry, no progress towards the heart. It is genuinely some of the best thing to just do the events here. These hearts are really interesting in this regard. They're really kind of long.
You can't stop me. Gaining adrenaline.
Yeah, it apparently gives progress, but it's so negligent that I cannot really see the bar move at all. I guess this is not the way to do this, really. We will have to find an alternative. We can build a supply crate here, apparently. That gives a lot of progress, actually.
The winds are picking up.
I don't
The
care.
storm nears even more. Our time for preparations will escape us soon.
You can't stop me.
And there you go. Damn it. Damn it. Die.
No.
Quite a bit of bonus XP on that one. So, Arid. Oh! Do you have any extra lightning rods? I'm on research to conduct. Looking to find out more about these strangers, are you? Go ahead, have some. I've got plenty. Thanks. Oh, we can actually... Oh no, we're supposed to talk to Arid Esker. And now we're supposed to plant lightning rods near conductive mineral formations to test redirect and lightning strikes. And they also thank you for the assistance. There's a lot of research that needs doing. Contributing to that research as well as the safety of our researchers is greatly appreciated. We can buy some stuff here. So once again, one more writ of code and expertise. I guess 5 is as high as we're gonna get here in this playthrough because there's not a lot of push
Dismissed.
to it's not a mandatory story step anymore, I believe. But yeah, we're supposed to find some mineral deposits and
That should do it.
do a little bit of this as well. So we're guessing the storm is caused by the other Titan. I will admit I haven't quite paid attention in our little dialogue with Poised Arrow last time. Yeah, but it's not mentioned. Well, okay. So this is Maghead Beach, but it's not in the dialogue with Poised Arrow that it would be explicitly mentioned. So perhaps I did pay enough attention to what was going on there. But yeah, I guess
Don't
it's
want to
sort
be
of
too
applied
close when
by.
the storm starts up.
Implied by the heart. Right. This one doesn't count, or did we already set this one up? This didn't quite count. But whatever. Are we done here? Yep. Heyo.
Everything you described, footprints, storms, wildfires sparking at random, this isn't natural.
Right? The Astral Ward are tracking activity along the lightning rods. They're getting struck with a higher frequency near the northern shore.
Then we should head out immediately. See if we can track this thing down. Are you up for another fight? Want to sit this out?
No, I'm coming with you. Focus helps with clarity. Lead the way.
That looks valuable.
Okay, good stuff. Twice stricken, there isn't a human for what it's worth to complete. So we'll keep an eye out for that in this instance. Cool loading screen.
So, lightning seems disproportionately attracted to this area? Can't be coincidence.
Isgarin told us to expect numbers. Sounds like they're adding up.
Footprint evidence, wildlife behavior, lightning strikes. It all pointed in this direction. Poised Arrow can attest.
It's near. I sense it. In the air, the way it looms.
Even my fur's on end. Sure you're...
Yes. I've had time to center myself. Appreciate the concern, I do, but you don't need to fuss. Wayfinder, I'll match your pace. It'll help me steady my focus.
Incoming! These things again. You'll fall just like your rotten friends.
I feel... gaining adrenaline. For you all! Kill them all! Ready!
My fur is crackling. Might hate these more than the rotting ones.
And yeah, you can see the tracker. Achievement eligibility, electrical interference, and it just says block the conduit from charging 5 times now. That might not tell you anything, but it is supposedly going to happen at a later point, from what I've read, at least on the wiki, when I did some preliminary research there. So
Can't stop me. You said you've been to these isles before?
Not this far north. Most people stay clear of the shore. Unless they have a death wish.
We've been known for worse things.
No!
and this introduction is also cool, for what it's worth, the thing that's about to come.
Where are you?
Cowering, just like the other one. What now? Gonna send more little friends to fight for you?
Coward. Show yourself!
Who dares disturb the den of the great Decima?
Oh yeah, they make sure you don't fucking miss the entrance.
look how small they are. All the way down there. Thought this would take F. Is that what has my darlings all riled
What the
up?
hell happened?
A few fleet. Well, we can't have that. It's unclean. What do we do when pests sneak into our hut? We squash them.
Oh my god, the dialogue got all fucked. Whatever then.
Not even putting a dent in her.
Adrenaline rising.
Energy back with those conduits.
Wait, like, you still got those rods we used earlier. What if we plant them around? Draw energy away from us.
Not a bad idea.
So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do here, you know. Oh yeah, okay, so I guess we will place it first. So yeah, this is apparently like an attack that Decima is going to do. So remember, it says block the conduit from charging 5 times. So the conduits, I assume that's these little don't know, crystal formations around the place.
It's working. A bit more should do it.
And yeah, we're just supposed to block it 5 times, so you can miss it if you're just too quick on killing Decima. Oh, and yeah, this is it. This is how you actually block it. So, fuck. So it is better not to attack her first, and just sort of. So you're just supposed to stand here, I believe. Yep. Yep. And you sort of absorb this, I guess. Oh. Ah! Ah! And yeah, this is apparently superior to just fighting first, because then you can get this over with, right? This time we blocked it with our shield as well, very lore friendly. And yeah, I guess we can do a little bit of damage now. Get in position. And there you go, electrical interference done. Oh fuck, and we're dead right away. Okay, I guess I'll attack from range, because like, who gives a shit? Because yeah, I don't want to say like this is a bad fight or anything, like weak boss, but she goes down quite quickly.
Maybe we can throw her off balance.
Gaining adrenaline.
So they want me to do something with our war claw, actually.
Kill them all.
Okay, she's invulnerable.
Yeah, pull her down.
And there's also an achievement for doing this really quick. Which is not a problem if you expect it. I mean, there are 2 phases, if I'm not mistaken, as well. They allow you to.
Must be some kind of inner core.
Seems rather sensitive, so keep hitting it.
Yeah, that's the inner core that we read about in one of these journals, isn't it? Ugh. Ouchie. Yeah, once again, it's sort of a menacing model on these titans, but the fights themselves aren't like very high stakes. Let's just say that.
Focus on Decima. We'll handle these pests.
Please do. Damn, I see what killed me before then. There's an AoE right under her feet. Or their feet, whatever. Guess we'll stick with the spear for a little bit. Oh, we don't have to anymore. Yeah, we do. We do once again. Fucking great, damn it.
I think I've got a shot at breaking more of her armor. I'll ready my war claw.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, as you can see, this is the second shot. It basically counts for the achievement as well. Attack! No! Ah, stop, bitch! Oh no, what the hell?
Hold on. I'm coming to help you.
I'm here. So?
I couldn't risk her getting the upper hand.
Know when to step away.
It seems to...
Crazy slug. I can smell your rot from here. How did I get stuck with such a selfish witch of your groveling toadies? Did you hide behind? I know if you don't.
Oh my god, why is she getting cut off?
Now, I'll tell you all about
I think so. I think they can communicate.
And Greer is still alive. And they're coordinated.
We're down an ally. Retreat. I'll send a distress message to the Alliance. No, this is mine. Back in fighting condition. Waiting sorrow. Whoa, we're waiting sorrow. Anyway, thing doesn't work.
Let's try the high ground. Up this way.
Alright. Okay, what am I supposed to do? There they are.
I need help.
What's wrong?
I'm hurt. I'm at...
I know where you are. I'll conjure you a portal.
Scurry home now.
How does she know?
Please.
Don't be fucking smug. If you didn't fucking run away, you'd be fucking dead.
Oh, look at you. Oh, your leg.
It's nothing. Just
needs bandaging.
Bandaging? Stay still. What were you thinking? Trekking the Isles alone? Battling monsters? And you didn't think it was wise to stop him? To ask for my help sooner?
Figured I'm letting you roam free. So why not the cub?
But it's all fine and grand when you do it. Take off to go fight without telling us where you are. Or who.
My situation... it's different. I have better means to protect myself.
You can kill more easily.
It's never easy. There's more to magic than causing harm. Protection, attunement to the world around you. Healing. How are you feeling now?
Better. A lot better.
Those who use magic only to destroy practice destruction. True wizards know magic as a practice of balance. That's where real power comes from.
Okay, this is interesting though. I did want to perhaps touch on this now that they've mentioned that as well in the game. So they mentioned magic in connection with the destruction. So before Guild Wars 2 was around, and it clarified a couple of things. I mean, you could view it as a retcon, but before they clarified and expanded upon some of the concepts in Guild Wars, the Bloodstones were supposed to be like understood as sources of magic created by the human gods. We know that that's not true. However, they used to be, so there used to be like 4 of them, and one more that was the Keystone. And they were actually connected to schools of magic. And if I'm not mistaken, one of those schools of magic was destruction. Unfortunately, they don't necessarily... Oh, there it is. There they mention it. So aggression, as you can see, aggression, destruction, preservation, and denial. So 2 of them sort of connected to fighting, 2 of them being a more passive thing. So she mentions destruction, but also balance. It doesn't really map onto the original concept, but worth thinking about, I guess.
Let's give them a moment. Those Titans have done a number on the ecosystem. Could tend to some things around here.
The cub will need a bit to recuperate anyway. Might as well use the downtime to think up a plan.
A lot of optional dialogue. Poor Pokey. I do hope he'll be all right. Hanging in there, Kate.
I'm fine, truly. Finding my joy in watching the 2 of them figure it out.
Figure what out?
Sorrow is incredible, and far more empathetic than Isgarin. I joined this mission to get to know the Astral Ward, to see if they would at all be helpful in healing the Pale Tree. Dagonet and I are desperate. Mother, you'd think she'd have made more progress by now, but still she wilts. Perhaps someone like Sorrow is exactly who we're looking for.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Waiting Sorrow. Don't know whether... but yeah, it's clear that she's more empathetic. But then, like, again, almost everybody is more empathetic than fucking Isgarin. Right. Some fight back there. Suppose it could have gone a little better. You in one piece?
Yeah, No scratches. Thinking a lot about Krisha and the vote. I was mad. Let her see that I was mad. I'm an imperator, that's not good. But that's not the point. Her choice wasn't wrong. We didn't know enough. And now we know that there are 2 Titans. Do we hunt them down while they're weak? Do we have time to wait? I don't know.
I think a little bit more of a concern is also that they can actually heal up to like, resurrect, basically. Like, we killed one. Everybody seemed to be pretty sure that we killed one, including Waiting Sorrow. If anybody would be like the wisest here, it would have been her. And even she thought that the Titan is dead. Now it's back alive. That should be a cause for concern, right, to our party.
Poised arrow. Sorry. I'm sorry that I lied to you. That my lie put you in danger.
Ma called me Pokey because I was always watching leaves float down the stream. Paws never clean. Eyes to the sky, I was. Pa didn't call me Pokey until she died. I think he started to do it to remind me of her. Worked, it did. I miss her.
I wish I'd known your ma longer.
Longer, so they knew each other.
Me too. Impatient she could be, but she was kind and strong. She would have been a great claw. Grandma had already woven a blanket for Ma's Rite of the Sun Path. We burned it when she died.
I remember that bonfire. Huh. I still felt like an outsider then. But listening to everyone weep together was the most connected I'd felt with the Bearkin in a very, very long while.
Fit in you do. Even if you are some wizard, whatever that means. Do you think you're gonna go back to the Skywatchers?
I don't know yet, Poyadero. I have many mistakes to atone for. Trust to regain. Yours included.
You can call me Pokey.
Pokey?
It's cute. Again, like, I wish there was a little bit more of a relationship before, like, all this drama went down. But for what it's worth, it feels like very sincere. I do wonder though, is it common? Oh, I can see where we are on the map, sort of, kind of. Unfortunately, like, cannot be quite zoomed out, but we're somewhere in the delta. Here's the thing though. Look at the perfect fucking circle around this one too. So yeah, I wonder if it's quite common for the bearkin to be in different spots around to be sort of solitary outside of the main village, because obviously, like, Waiting Sorrow would have had to come from like somewhere and be introduced into the village. So did they think she came from like a different clan? Are there other clans of the Lowland Coden that live elsewhere, or did she just say she's from like a different village? Is that enough to sort of differentiate herself? That is kind of what I wonder about as well. But yeah, probably it doesn't like make or break the story or whatever. So we're in the story step, finding balance. It seems like there is nothing to keep an eye out for in terms of achievements. So we should be fine. until the next story step, which should be Against the Wall. It's called Against the Wall. So yeah, let's go where they're showing us to go. Shall we use the waypoint? Yeah, most definitely. We are supposed to return to Moon Camp or whatever it's called. And back to Frode? Is that possible? We're definitely supposed to talk to someone. Yep, Frode, apparently. Check in with Frode at Moon Camp to update him on recent events. So that's just straight up what we decided for ourselves, is it? Okay.
Tell me you've moved from this spot since I left.
Wayfinder, there's been plenty to keep me busy of late, though I don't need to tell you that.
Afraid this won't settle your nerves any. We had another brush with the Titans.
Titans? So Isgarn was correct. You'll love that.
2 in total, and they're working together. Greer, who we thought previously defeated, and Decima, a lightning conduit.
And how did this battle fare?
Brutal, but useful. We discovered a possible vulnerability of the Titans, a fragile inner core. The Claw's son was injured blocking an attack, so our battle was cut short. Brave and stupid.
A sentiment completely alien to the two of us. How's he doing now?
On the mend. We made it to the village healing master in time to treat him.
No easy task, carrying a grown coat into safety. And what did you say was used to treat him?
I didn't. The healing master is versed in some level of recovery magic. Trained in the Shiver Peaks, apparently.
Interesting. I suppose healing magic would be less frowned upon than the more ostentatious schools. You never be sure who knows more than they're letting on. You're a reader, yes? I was reading a fascinating book earlier. It's upstairs. You should give it a look. And, act natural.
This part is interesting, by the way. Here, however, I do want to show you something about, or like discuss something with you. So yeah, we were just talking about, and I'll show you chat for a second there. 2 in total, and they're working together, says our character. However, already in the previous instance, Decima would be saying, and her dialogue got cut short, so you may not have caught that, but she mentioned, "Now, you lazy slug, I can smell your rot from here. How did I get stuck with a selfish pissant for a brother? And which of your groveling toadies did you hide behind? I know you didn't fight them yourself. If you don't get over here right now, I'll tell her all about it." So she mentions someone as well, some other entity. Is she talking to? I think so. I think that they can communicate. Then Greer is still alive? So yeah, we identified that they're talking to Greer, but she's talking about someone. And we don't know that that's a Titan for sure, and it would definitely seem perhaps natural that it's an entity that is not a Titan, because because there's like a hinted hierarchy, right? So someone who might be the superior to them both. So perhaps like it doesn't make sense for it to be another Titan. So Greer and Decima are brothers, but they come from a mother, but not necessarily, maybe like a mother figure. Like they wouldn't reference just her, right? They would say like mother or something. This is still weird to have like a familiar bonds between creatures such as the Titans, but here we are, I guess. It was the same with the demons. Felt really weird to have these like families, but there we go. So we are supposed to discover the journal entry written by Isgarin. This is sort of spoilery, isn't it? Borrowed journal. So, Isgarin's journal. Waiting Sorrow has left us. She left a note. She left Dagda a note. I must be swift. Should Isgarin catch on to my plan before I'm able to depart? What am I? A creature of nightmare? Do they writhe when I speak? Do they flee when I move? The court is quiet today. Dagda fled to the observatory. Mabon is disappointed with my reaction. Perhaps screaming until I opened the portal to the domain of anguish was a tad ostentatious. The emotion that lingers at the pit of my stomach is repentance, mostly. Sorrow is simply a harbinger of my prior mistakes, my negligence. When she came to me, goodness knows well before the gods doomed this place, I saw someone struggling and I chose to help her. A voice on the verge of Coda's rage. Who knows what she would have done had I not ascended her and severed that connection. Sidoni never thought of me the same after that. I imagine saving Sorrow was the final straw before exile. I've often thought of my choice as naive, and at other times I've wondered if the elder races were too protective of magic. But I turned her immortal. I gave her access to immense power to save her life. That shouldn't have been my choice. I let her roam on her own for a long, long time before she and Vaz joined us. And when I saw how powerful she'd become, I couldn't let her go again. She knows this. She's grown more and more unpredictable over the centuries. She even claims to see flickers of her life before ascension. When the Codan split between Gentir and Aura, I could tell it bothered her. I could tell she yearned to help her people when they were clearly splitting apart. But she's a figure of fable now to them. What if she were to reveal herself and the missing voice to their ancestral claw? The claw that determined the fate of all Codan when he moved them to safety. She'd cause riots. They're already fragile enough. I need time to think about my next steps. So there's, it is quite a bit heavy. I don't know if I understand the story correctly, and the ancestral claw and the ancestral voice. What they're like the first ones within Coda. Let me just quickly Google the voice. It's just voice. Voices of Coda, and then there's also the D voice of Coda. So, Voices of Coda, sorry. I'm just gonna read up on it a little bit, and I'll throw it up on the screen. The voice of Coda is the spiritual leader and the prime record keeper of the Codan Sanctuary and is seen as the soul of a Codan community. Together within the Sanctuary's claw of Coda, the voice provides leadership through seeking and interpreting the will of their god Coda for the Codan. In interpreting the will of Coda, the voice is all-knowing and blessed with has freedom from any error, so the voice might sanction laws and proclaim judgments on a grand scale. The voice is a spiritualist chosen for their connection to Coda and their understanding of this will. Prior to taking on the role, they memorized the only record of all important happenings to the Coden of that sanctuary from the current voice. If possible, the new voice is selected at the same time as the Claw to lead a sanctuary. It is believed the fate of voice and Claw are intertwined together, and with that one of the sanctuary, if they are to retire, they both retire at the same time. If either dies, the other leaves their role. In addition to maintaining the sanctuary records, the voice together with the Claw, blah 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 blah. It is not common, unhinged to the nature of their role, and it is only through the will of Coda that a voice remains grounded enough to fulfill it. Rarely a voice goes completely insane, a sickness called the rage of Coda. This starts a period known as a time of trial, a test for the sanctuary until the death of the voice signals the purification and judgment of Coda. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite tell us the history behind this, but so we've heard from, and I'll try to find that dialogue again. We have heard from Rye Lycan, the sort of story, right? So I just want to parse this one before we actually continue here. So he speaks in Council by courtesy. Let me see, Rye. Shut the fuck up. Rye Lycan. I'll reread the dialogue. It's been a while. This was in the very first episode. Welcome to our village. What do you seek? Why, hello there, Rye Lycan, humble lore master. I'm just gonna check the screen whether you can see this quite well. Okay. This might be a little better, right? Humble lore master of the lowland. Long before our tribe came to inhabit Gentir, we hailed from a sanctuary in the far north. In those times, yeah, see, and they mention a sanctuary, but they're still brown bears. Still makes me wonder about their hide color. I don't know whether they explain it anywhere in the expansion. It might be quite interesting if they do. In those times, we were led by two honored Coden, a Claw chosen by the people, Alder's role, same as his mother before him. Also a voice. She was chosen by Coda himself to share in his mind, ultimately proving her worth by the trial of fate. A trial that would prove both to her detriment and the tribe's. Mid-trial, nearly crushed by the weight of madness, she fled. Some call it cowardice. I believe it was the will to survive that seized her from the brink of oblivion. The same will of our Claw channeled in the trial's aftermath. Rather than risk ruin, he led the tribe south to Gentir. Given time, some Coden found themselves called back to the will of Coda, a call they followed to Or. The rest, our forebears, remained, and it is here, free from gods, tried only by nature, that we find our sanctuary. At least this is the speech I've prepared for the Cub's annual history visit. I fear it sounds a bit rehearsed. So this is it. First of all, still the mention of the Coda going to Or, but the same. So these Coden, the lowland Coden, are sort of no longer beholden to Coda. They, the Claw has a bit of a functional role instead of spiritual, as they would in the sanctuaries, as the normal Coden or the other Coden that we know. However, they talk about the voice fleeing them, when we compare it now to was written down here, long time before she, I couldn't let her go again. She knows this. So basically Isgarin is describing how she was the Lowlands coded voice. And he saved her. So she left, but also left basically on a between well, it would have been Isgarin, but who sort of led her away by doing the ascension. What is it? Ascension. And then he mentions, I let her roam on her own for a long, long time before she and Vaz joined us. And when I saw her powerful, I wouldn't let her go again. She knows this. She's grown more and more unpredictable. She even claims to see flickers. When the Coden split between Gentir and Or, so again, the Orion faction, I could tell it bothered her. I could tell she yearned to help her people when they were clearly splitting apart. But she's a figure of fable now to them. What if she were to reveal herself as the missing voice to their ancestral claw? The claw, so to their ancestral claw. So it is not a central ancestral claw. It is just the original claw. So she was along the original claw. We don't know who the original claw is. We can only speculate that it may have been the current claws. What's his name? Stoic Alder. It may have been Stoic Alder's mother. I don't know. But yeah, she used to be their voice, and the claw that determined the fate of all Coden when he moved them to safety. The fate of all Coden when he moved them to safety. So into Gentir, basically. She'd cause riots. They're already fragile enough. At that point, they were fragile. Now they seem quite unified and chilling. But yeah, he is afraid of letting her go back to the Coden for their sake, it seems. But also for his, you know, we gotta feel like Isgarin is a bit of a control freak, so understandably also doesn't want Waiting Sorrow to be like rogue agent. But yeah, Waiting Sorrow didn't ask to be ascended. So yeah, it is an interesting dynamic. Unfortunately, we cannot really reflect to Frode about it, and it is. I am curious why Frode sort of acted like very inconspicuously to deliver this information to us. But it is what it is. So there you go. So we can go back to the village to speak with Poised Arrow at Harvey's Den and talk to Stoic Alder. We're gonna have a little bit of a group chat. A little bit of a...
Normally, if my son came home injured, I'd question in whose company he was engaging in such reckless behavior. But since your arrival, Wayfinder, there is no question.
Stoic Alder. Pa, I told you, the fault is mine. I didn't respect my limits. The Wayfinder reminded me it's all right to step away. Pa, I'm okay. You should have seen the Wayfinder out there. Never witnessed a stoic warrior turned into such a kindly mother hen. Checking my wounds, aiding my exit.
Mother hen.
All with concern in the voice and a tear in the eye.
Might be a bit of an exaggeration.
Regardless, my son requires time to recuperate, as does the ecosystem. The Titans have done a number on our community. Initiatives are underway in Moldering Greenwood and Stricken Plains to restore the local flora and fauna. Wayfinder, any additional aid you may provide would greatly benefit our restorative efforts.
Say no more. Happy to help.
So yeah, it seems like a bit of a filler content again. So we're supposed to assist in restoration efforts. So he referenced Genti or Syntri, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it pretty much takes us to the island again, and we are supposed to use our war claw to sniff out and rescue ailing animals hiding in moldering greenwood, and also use our war claw to collect vulnerable seedlings covered by wildlife ash in stricken plains. So I don't know whether this is like hard progress. I kind of doubt it, but damn it. Hop. Good. And yeah, so well, how far we'll take it? Sorry, dear. No, I missed. Okay, lucky for the deer. Nope, not today. Sorry, not today. So let's go north, I guess. I ignored the toy manual. It's just about the plushie of one of the Coden leaders. We already heard embark on a little bit of a chain event or whatever, an event nonetheless. So right here we are supposed to collect the seedlings then. This is sort of teaching us probably just the digging mechanic in case we haven't used it yet, perhaps. It might be tied to your war claw mount mastery. But it doesn't seem like that's tied to a specific level here. But yeah, just to play a bit with the mechanics again, with the expanded mechanics of the war claw, making him or it more of a PvE mount. Definitely than it was before. So there's that. We also discovered a piece of the land called the
You're safe now.
Faded Neck. What did we?
That's one finely tuned nose you've got. Great work.
Good kitty. Good kitty. Alright, that should be enough then. And then for the other part. What's up with these guys? Do these have a dialogue? Perhaps during an event or something? Try to get there faster on the beetle. Even if we're supposed to sniff a lot. Okay, but we're literally passing by one of the achievement connected characters. So I guess we're gonna let them spoil us a bit, but at least we learned of Decima and her existence, and even seen her, so hopefully they won't spoil it too much. I don't know what unlocks the achievement for the Titan research, but I guess it unlocks only after you finish the story, is my speculation. So this might be a genuinely a post-story step. But we also have this note. Notes on the Titan spawn. The Titan spawn, referred to as shards by a few of the locals, act in a subservient fashion in favor of their progenitor. One of my research assistants has hypothesized that they are no different than white blood cells inside the body, mindlessly reacting to the progenitor Titan's needs. They attack threats to the body. They attempt to seal the body's wounds. When one is killed, the primary specimen releases another. So they're acting now as a sort of a larger organism. Again, this is quite a bit different from what the Titans used to be like in Guild Wars 1, because those ones are actually split apart into smaller and smaller creatures. Right as they died, right? So you killed the main one, and they split into two other.
I know what happened. Something unnatural. Bloodstone sacrifices.
Magic?
Dark magic. Curls my own fur.
Both furred individuals. What about you? Any dialogue, but or only when you do an event? So there was a bit of a dialogue on these guys. This camp is devoted to studying the strange goings-ons in this area. And then this person actually says, "Have you seen the bloodstone trees? I haven't seen anything like it. Everything about this place feels wrong, that's for sure." Sure does. Knowing that we know about bloodstone, I don't want to know how much blood was spilled here. We'll get you out of here soon. But for the main part now then, Paella. Hold on. What's happening? Paella doesn't want to talk to us? How come? How come? What did we do? Why is this broken? Why is this broken? I'll reload the map, I guess. Let's see if we can get any progress this way. Perfect. If you're headed into the explosion zone, keep an eye out. I wouldn't want to be stuck there when the next storm rolls in. What have you learned?
Spawn and Titan alike, they're drawn to the bloodstone like it's a bowl of punch at a crew party. The storm rolls in. Titans feed off of the shards while we keep ourselves alive. Rinse and repeat. It's a war of attrition. The little ones don't seem to care much for the bloodstone. Only the progenitors. Though, I have noticed something odd. No matter how successful the Titans are in their feeding, they regenerate with rest. I don't want to know what happens if they consume everything on the Isle. They'd probably be looking at another bloodstone fen.
So they're feeding off of the bloodstones. We're supposed to view this, the crater as well. I'm guessing through this vista that we already did before, but sure thing, sure enough, let's do that. Do we get the marker? We do get the marker. There's also the fight with the Jade Construct, which I don't know whether we can get the shield as well. There's an achievement for that one as well. I don't know how to get it though. Can we borrow a shield or some such garbo? Is it this event or not? Shield trap. Defeat a Jade Construct using the Westward shield. Yeah, and it seems like we should But what is the Astral Ward shield? Where to get it? That is a little bit of a mystery to me. Bro, come back! Come back! I want to kill you, mate! Oh no! Oh, ooh, we rallied. There we go, we rallied. Can I get some shield from you guys? Or where can I get a shield here? Seriously.
Endurance drain.
What's happening? Oh, okay. I got and yeah, for what it's worth, I don't know whether it's this this event or not. Okay, but yeah, get the flag then.
Buster. Glad you could help. Ready for anything. Probably fallout from some Versant experiment.
No, it's here again. Oh shit.
I'll take them out so no one gets hurt. That's the stuff.
No. I want to find some shield, man. Where can I get that one? Oh, you're fully dead. Fuck you then. Not gonna pick you up. It might be a different event, actually. I don't know. I feel like I'm. Ah! Please don't. Ah! Haha! Are they fully dead? They just rallied.
Adrenaline full. You can't stop me.
You can't stop me.
Armored up. Refreshing. I feel strong.
Ah.
I don't think well on the ground.
There. Need to keep an eye on this.
Are these people just down? Am I mistaken? I mean, the animation was kind of off. They're fucking AFKing straight up. There you go. I want the shield though. I want some kind of shield here, please. I mean, we're doing really bad. Anyway. Stop fucking me with the agony there. You stop dying too. What the heck? I'm not dying this much, am I? You see me dying this much? I don't think so, mates. So stop dying, you. Might not actually be this event. Still, we need that Vista, so it might be better to like deal with this champ right here. Okay, shall we go melee for a little second? I mean, it's quite punishing in the melee range, man. We can block this, right? Nope, just ran out of the block. Fuck. Okay, there's no chance we can get this in time, though. Hello, Lacey? Is that correct? It is coming through. I'm sorry, I just engaged in the fight, so can quite pay attention.
You have
How are you? How are you? Okay, this is it's picking up a bit. We rallied somewhat during this fight. There you go. I mean, I wish I had a Astral Ward shield, whatever it is, and wherever I can get that one, but it's fine. Alright, we can view the vista in peace now then. I mean, it could be interesting if we got out of combat just to have the champion going wild behind us while we look at the vista. But that's not what's happening here anymore. We're not visible anyway, it seems. Alright, so the next step would be to take all the gathered information to the Priory Library. We're actually supposed to go to the Priory now. Priory Library, you mean like as in as in Wayfarer Foothills or whatever the map is that houses the Priory headquarters?
Probably fallout from some Ursat experiment. They don't look friendly. I'll take them out so no one gets hurt.
So, and yeah, the other step with the war claw is to use it to sniff out and rescue animals hiding in Moldering Greenwood. So, you just do a little ping on the map.
One finely tuned nose you've got. Great work.
We're saving them by laying traps, which is quite poetic, but I guess they're not lethal traps. I mean, they're most definitely not lethal traps, right? You should look at the animation, whether there's actually like the animal goes into that little thing. Might be cute. That's a major cache.
Be gone.
Be gone? What the fuck? Is this... What the hell? What the hell was that? What the hell was that dialogue? Okay.
You're safe now.
Yeah, unfortunately. There's not even an animal in the cage. It just does a little shake. To give the illusion of having an animal there, but... Again though, what was the... What's happening here?
Area looks clear. For now.
Okay. This is what I was talking about though, with the broken sort of dialogue thing. Lacey, are you still around? I did get your message in the end. Feel free to chat. I will respond very, very happily whenever I'm not engaged in sort of dialogues and stuff. Alright, here. There's another lore down here a little bit that I want to look at. So that's the Inquisitor's journal again. So there's like a straight up buried They call it the buried sacrament. And yeah, it is a sort of a chandelier-like construction made out of bloodstone. But we're here for this thing, and it's page 3. We're actually we've got 1, 2, 3 pages of the same journal. It's good. We're not skipping around anymore. Page 3. I don't know how much longer I can hold out. All of the boats have been burned. The false gods in their golden city rest somewhere beyond the mountains, so I can't travel north. I managed to stow myself in the tomb, which is fitting. After the restoration, we told the villagers it was an inn. Pushed them inside for safety. How many people died in here? Any day now, the twins or Manikas or some other god-masked charlatan is going to pull me out of here by the hair and bleed me out over a rock. I hope whatever the unseen ones are running from tears them apart. So, Makalina's fate might be interesting. It is not confirmed. That Makalina died. I'm just gonna make a note here. So yeah, it might be interesting to keep an eye out for their fate going forward. We'll see whether we can get any more texts on this. We're on the wrong mount. We're supposed to ride some mount that can sniff out these animals, which is currently the Warclaw or the Journeykin. Once again, just stopping by to gather these region-specific materials. We've already been on this point of interest, haven't we? This is called the Cathedral of Blood. We may, for what it's worth, we may not have been, or there's a possibility we haven't been all the way up here. I mean, we've seen it on a vista. Yeah, it's just a bunch of obsidian though. No interesting notes. It is tall. Can we climb all the way up? Oh boy, what the hell happens? I can't see shit. Help! Help! I guess we cannot climb this. I guess we're not supposed to climb this, are we? Oh yeah, it doesn't actually... Oh, it does. It does. We can go higher than this. I wanted to say... But, yeah, I cannot see shit, so... Guessing we're... Ooh! We found a horizontal surface to land on. Even though, still, I cannot see anything. It's apparently fine. But yeah, nothing on top. What a surprise. Anyway, let's land back down. Hop back onto our Warclaw. And continue with helping out the animals here. One of them hiding right next to this thing as well. We're going to rescue it. Perfect. Check in on your homestead. Return to your homestead to care for the rescued flora and fauna. Now they're actually like showing me to go somewhere. I guess. What if I just open up a door though? What if I just open up a door? Will it not take me into the story instance? Could it maybe ask me? So we've read this one, haven't we? That's not page 4 or anything. We've read this one. Yeah, okay. I'll try to open the door.
Probably fallout from some.
Shut the fuck up. Finding balance. Yeah, that seems like a story step. Alright, I guess this is gonna be our last instance, but here's the plan, okay? We're going to pick this up again sometime in 8 hours or some shit. Don't know how. So here's the thing. I'm in the Czech Republic. It's currently gonna be 11 p.m. The end of the day. I know it's Saturday and we can play all night. But there's also the morning that we can enjoy as well. So I'm gonna wake up a little early. Or I'm planning to at the very least. We'll see. I'm gonna take a quick shower in the morning as well, and then though I'm gonna go right back to my computer and start playing a video game. I'm probably gonna do Duolingo as well in the morning. Well, we'll see whether there's a lesson or not. But yeah, other than that, this will be our primary goal. I'm gonna make a coffee as well. But after all that's done, I'm ready right here, and we're gonna do the rest of the story. Hopefully we're gonna wrap up tomorrow and catch up to like the current story step, which I cannot show you in the menu actually, because not this character, it's their first time going through this, so they don't know how many chapters we're expecting, but we're expecting a total of 10 chapters for the release version of Jantier Wilds. And we're currently on step 8, and we might actually wrap it up with this instance. I don't remember, honestly, but here we are. So we'll see. So this is where we're going to wrap up. Just a quick reminder. There are some links in Twitch chat. They should be clickable or copyable, whatever. You can find them in the descriptions everywhere as well, on YouTube too. Well, I don't have a link for YouTube on YouTube. That seems kind of counterproductive. But on Twitch, you can get to my YouTube where you can find all the VODs. And there's also the Patreon, who cares. But yeah, so... we're going to go through this story, these couple of dialogues, and we're going to pick this up right tomorrow, which, depending on your time zone, might not be tomorrow. It might be just a couple of hours later. Because they're VODs, I'm not quite concerned about the time zones and who might be watching and who might not. It's going to exist on my YouTube channel forever, where you can also catch the previous story streams. I believe we've done 2 to cover chapters 1 through 5, and currently we're 6 through 8 in this stream at the very least. And hopefully we're going to wrap up. We're going to do this achievement as well, the Titan Researcher. I would like to finish this one. It feels like it is very lore pertinent, very lore heavy. We might do a little bit of an epilogue for ourselves, a little bit of a wrap-up show where we discuss where the story might be going and stuff. But yeah, generally that's gonna be it. So without further ado, let's launch the very last story instance. And yeah, you can hear me yawning, so the very last story instance of today. What's up, guys?
Perking up already, isn't he?
Stronger by the minute.
Pa suggested I get some rest out here away from the village. Said the fresh air would do me good.
Makes sense. Glad he's willing to trust you in my vicinity.
Of course he does.
What?
He likes you. Just worries too much. About everybody. Not just me.
We'll tell him soon, Pokey. I promise. After you've recovered a bit more. Don't want to put him in the healing ward too. For now, best do what your pa says. Relax and enjoy the scenery.
You won't be the only one here recuperating. I'm housing some rescued wildlife while they recover.
Ah, there they are.
Should
Yeah.
check on them.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there was an achievement for this one. I already did it, but this one actually says tend to all the animals. So, you know, you're supposed to tend to the needs of the rescued animals and nurture the transplanted seedlings as well. Now, the credit for the animals. So if I can feed the crabs and I give water to the owl. Oh, the animal licks its lip as it wanders aimlessly. This doesn't have a lip, but clearly dehydrated. I saw some empty buckets around. I'll find you some water. Okay, so we need to pick up water as well. So yeah, you get credit for this, and way before like you can tend to all of the animals. However, where's the? Hold on.
So, is this the same magic the seeds use?
Very similar to that.
Huh. That's neat.
Huh. That's it. Okay, can you heal it for me so that I don't have to touch my garden? No? Okay, whatever. Where's the water? Do I just go to the river to get it? There's an empty water bucket. I mean, I did last time. There needs to, or there should be like a faucet or something, like a fucking well or some shit. What am I missing? Where did I get water last time? Seriously? Why am I blind all of a sudden? Do I just dip in the water or dip in the river or what the fuck? Oh yeah. You're just supposed to fucking jump in the water. I guess that makes sense. It's fine. And yeah. First of all, you can pour it over the seedlings as well, but you can give it to the animals as well. And yeah, as I said, the credit for like you can finish this without feeding and giving water to every animal, but there is an achievement for actually running the errands for everyone, right? See, I'll like give water to this frog, and then I'll bring a meat. Oh, there's also like you have to be like mindful of what you're feeding the animals. So I have cured meat now, which I cannot give to the duck. I'll bring some medical. Oh, sorry, no. Well, the duck isn't hungry, but the raven would eat meat. But I guess the only ones. So fawn. This fawn wouldn't eat meat, right? The animal would prefer a different type of food, right? So we do need to give this to the work. Sorry, still not. To the raven, for example. And yeah, as you can see, we can get out of here. Now it's just optional to heal them up, which for what it's worth I might actually do, because I hate to fucking look at these guys sort of. There's a water throw as well. This is what I was looking for. So last time I did it through the water throw. I'm pretty sure I haven't jumped into the to the water. So it's cool you can do both, right? Fuck that now. Medical supplies, right? A lot of injured animals still. And yeah, there's no benefit in me doing this. It's just sort of, I feel bad about leaving them here, just like, especially injured. I mean, hungry. Well, hungry too, I guess. Let me have this, okay? Let me have this. We're gonna get more stream out of this, a little bit more footage. What's the issue? So there's still someone hungry. Okay, I can bring you some more hay. Hey. All right. And I guess you don't have to do that with crops for what it's worth. I think it's only an achievement for the animals, but I might be mistaken on that. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, not a lot of story in this instance. Though perhaps there might be more NPCs coming or something, and there might be some more dialogue. I do remember.
Things are in pretty good shape.
Okay, yeah, now there's.
At this point, our time is probably best put towards research. Wayfinder, you should return to the Isles. Seems they're a hotbed for stranger activity. We'll keep an eye on the place.
Oh, thanks for fucking. You're gonna keep an eye out on my house. It's my house, you piece of shit. Anyway, so they want to kick us out of the instance. So yeah, it was a very short instance. Anyway, can't wait to fucking decorate this place. Shall we exit again? See what's the next step? Whether something's gonna trigger right as we leave the instance? No. We're just supposed to like generally complete events and weaken Titan forces in Gentier Syntri. So for what it's worth, we might do the meta or something. I'll look into what achievements are available here. We will try to do a little bit of a synergistic approach again and try to do something like, for example, the shield strap. I guess I'll have to wiki this, but there's other things like so there's like an achievement for not letting the lightning rods get destroyed, which I believe is this event as well, or something around. So sorry about the stricken plains. So I'm gonna look into what needs finishing, and we might actually do stuff around that. Maybe time it for the meta, which I can actually check when it's gonna start tomorrow. So if we look at some reasonable times, one meta goes from 7:30 a.m. I might theoretically be awake by then and playing, but probably not. So let's say 9:30. Let's say 9:30. Central European time. So you can keep an eye out for that. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll just do some of the other achievements, just like whatever. We just need to fill up the bar a little bit. Then that's gonna be it. Okay, and then that should complete Finding Balance, and it's only 2 chapters away from finishing. So hopefully next stream well, next stream is gonna be a little longer, I expect. I'm gonna be awake much sooner, and so we should be able to sorry, get more progress in. And yeah, we might be done, genuinely done. So thanks for watching for now. Whether it was live or whether you're looking at this from a VOD. And as I said, I will see you in a couple of hours. Take care for now. Goodbye.